YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today is just a little vlog style, what I eat in a day. I'm going to show you all my food and the training I'm kind of doing for what I'm eating for that. A couple weeks out from Amsterdam now, couple niggles this week, so my running's not been, well, the distance and intensity I should have been running hasn't been there. But there's only 2 weeks left, so it's kind of like an early taper. I just went away to Greece for a few days as well, which was really nice, a proper reset that I needed. But anyway, I'm gonna get on with this because my food is going cold and I wanna eat it. So this is my first meal of the day. I've actually been liking having eggs in the morning instead of protein in my oats. So I've just got 3 eggs with this one. I've got 80 grams of protein, 75 to 80 grams of protein. Got 50 grams of raspberries, some granola with some nuts and fruit in that as well, honey and a big scoop of peanut butter. It's about 15 grams of it, to be honest. This here is Humantra, which is electrolytes. I've been loving this in the morning for waking me up properly. Hydrating, getting my head going nice and clear. I always have a fish oil. And I've just started taking this Tonga Ali. I've seen quite a few people using it over the last year or so, and my friend used it, said it was really good. It's a natural test booster. And even Pure Sport, which is quite a popular brand at the moment, has just brought their own version out. Yeah, so that's my breakfast. Gonna eat this, then going to the gym. Instead of running today because of my shin, should be doing my track work, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to go to the gym and do some stuff on the bike. Probably an easier bike session, but I might add some high intensity stuff into it for a section. But then on the weekend when I run, hopefully I feel a bit better and I can do my long runs. Because I had a massage on Wednesday, by the way, so I'm still feeling a bit ropey today. It's Friday morning. But yeah, I'm going to try do my long run on the weekend with a little bit of race pace in it, but still take it quite easy and not go too far, to be honest. But yeah, so let me eat this and then take the dog out and then off to the gym. This isn't mine, by the way, it's Emily's. I do try to offset my caffeine from first thing in the morning, because I found that when I was having coffee straight away, I'd always get to lunchtime, 2 PM, and just feel a bit tired, especially if I was training. And then obviously with another session to do later on in the evening, it's not ideal. Since I've been doing this, I haven't even felt the need to take a nap in the day. I seems to nap quite a bit. I've also been practicing my coffee art. Start off, big mix, a swirl, and you put this on a tripod with, and then tilt. Oh, I've got too much in there already. Voila. Oh, and I spilled it. I mean, it's not quite the best, but it's getting there. We're gonna make it, even though I spilled it. Anyway, I'm gonna drink this, putter about a little bit more for 10 minutes. Have some more water, make sure I'm hydrated, get properly dressed, head to the gym, easy bike session, maybe a little bit of harder efforts in there as well. Just get my legs moving. They are pretty sore after the massage I had the other day, and I'm hoping my shin's gonna be better for the weekend. But yeah, I've got high rock stuff later today as well. Might be a bit of running in there, but there will definitely be some cardio stuff, some eggs and whatnot. So quite a hard day, lots of food, lots of fuel. But yeah, in a bit.
So back from the bike session. So I showed you all the clips from it, but I couldn't really explain it because it's in the gym. So I'll probably put some audio over it. Obviously you've already watched that. So I'll just explain it here. So what I've done is 10k, pretty easy, up. So about 20 minutes. So put my heart rate to about 130 at the end of that. And then I've done 10 intervals at 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. As intense, fast as possible. Wasn't that hard. My heart rate only went to like 150 something, which I don't know if it's my Whoop being inaccurate on my tattoos or just in general. Usually it picks up, spiking the heart rate, it just doesn't bring it back down, but it didn't really go up that high. So unless I'm just like super fit at the moment, maybe it's that, who knows. Anyway, so that session's done, finished it on 20k. So I think by the end of the intervals it was on about 13, 14, and then did another 6 easy. So that was a mixture of some of what my running should have been and threshold should have been this week. Hopefully I'm gonna be good to run on the weekend. I ran on a treadmill on Tuesday or Wednesday, did like 6 or 7k. And then I've just done that 20 on a bike. So this week's been not a lot of running, to be honest. 2 weeks out from a marathon isn't ideal, but it is kind of tapering off now. The only problem is I did taper a little bit last week, so I'm just a bit early. I peaked early because of the injury stuff, and going into this not 100%, but the job is getting done regardless, sub 3. Anyway, show you my next meal post this workout, and then I'll probably eat again and then have a pre-workout meal, and then I'm training at 6. So in this shake, got 50 grams of oats, 300 milliliters of almond milk, ice, banana, and then 40 grams of vanilla protein. That's what I have post-workout most days, something similar. So this is meal number 2. Gonna get ready in a minute, go have a coffee, because it's actually quite a nice day outside now. Get a little bit of sun, sit, maybe take the dog, see if he's feeling up to it. He's a little bit poorly, got a sore foot, bless him, but I'll take it over anyway. But yeah, so finish this and then see you in a bit. Now this meal, I'm telling you, is an absolute classic. When I used to, I'm gonna have some turmeric as well actually. When I used to live with my pals just after lockdown, first moved to London, or second time moved to London anyway, about 3-4 years ago now. We used to do this at lunch all the time. Like my friends would work at home and we'd just do chicken, like some nice spices on it, proper chicken, some pita, spring onion, just some salad, and then a little bit of mayo. I'm not really fussy about sauces, like I don't care about an extra fucking 20 calories or whatever from this. So little barbecue sauce from Nando's. This one's actually lit. Yeah, 2 pitas, about 200 odd grams of chicken. Gonna do a little turmeric shots, some anti-inflammatory, and yeah, this is my, you'd like to say lunch. It's about 3 o'clock, but this is lunch, so yeah. Good to go. Meal number 3. Tuna's, oh, Monchu's got his tuna. Hey, why aren't you eating your breakfast? Still not eaten yet? Come here. Menace. He's being moody with me because he's not feeling very well. You ignoring me? Hey? Excuse me. Ah. Do you know when you tuna? Do you know when you tuna? Hey? You silly boy? Come then. Good boy. Go have your food. Go on. You're not hungry. Bit of a malfunction. Went to look for a bagel and collar's empty. So I'm gonna go with option number 2. To be fair, I was gonna just have a square squat, but I feel like it's not gonna be enough, so I'm gonna have, I've been eating this quite a lot recently. I'm gonna have a little granola, Alpro honey meal, and I'm gonna get my BCAs ready to go train, doing some high rock stuff, so quite a lot of volume, intensity. So my BCAs have got some electrolytes in them, so a bit of salt, and yeah, get some good sugars in, a little bit of protein with this as well, which is good, probably better than a bagel, and honey, even though I'm not quite sure what the digestion is like on a yogurt, but training in an hour, so should be sweet. Anyway, gonna get this ready, just grind this, and then pretty much leave it. Might even show you the new car when I go downstairs. But yeah. Exciting meal in the world, but we'll do the job. Running out of honey, so there's minimal honey in here, which is a shame. But yeah, this meal in, and then we're hitting the gym. Here she is. Wash. Love the new interior as well. Whoa. Very different because it doesn't make a noise when we turn it on, but what? That's it. Vehicle ready to drive. That's mad. In at that for a Friday. Come here. Come see hello there. Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. You miss me? You miss me? Oh, good boy. So handsome. Come here now. So, not the most organised person in the world today. See my washing. Been to the shop on the way back from what I didn't think was going to be such a hard session. That was doing a full high rock sim on a Friday night. Isn't the one, but it was a high rock session, so we did it regardless. It was tough. Everyone was in pairs. There was an odd number, so I volunteered to do it on solo, but I just did half the distance still. I just had less rest than everyone else would get. Maybe did it a little bit slower. Anyway, so I bought some salmon for dinner. I always look at the screen, not at the camera, so bought some salmon for dinner. I've also got some chocolate biscuits that I had left over from yesterday. A bit naughty. But I've got some Lindt dark chocolate. Probably gonna have a bit of this now because I'm starving before I cook dinner. Little man is clearly excited to see me. Do you want to go out in a minute? Ah, so that's no laying down for me. I've got to take the dog out and then cook dinner, and then I can lay down. And I might have an early start tomorrow, to be honest. I've got somewhere to be in central London. I'm not sure what time. Apparently it's an early one, so great. Anyway, probably a bit harder than the usual day, but when I have a big run, obviously tonight we've done about 8 kilometers for the high rocks, but when I have a big running day, specifically, I normally do similar strain to what I've done today anyway. So 3 days a week, I'm probably, about 3 days a week I'm doing the same amount of calories as I've done today. And yeah, pretty much this food, maybe slightly cleaner, not cleaner, slightly less every day. But yeah, I'll show you my dinner when it's done. So I thought I'd show you how I'm actually going to marinate my salmon. This is just like some really easy in the microwave rice. I'm going to do this veg, probably just the green beans. I'll leave the broccoli for another day. And I'm going to show you how I cook it all together. Nothing mental, it's not a cooking class, it's not Jamie Oliver, it's just a little bit of a Thai dish. And yeah, so we're actually chilling. and a tiny bit of olive oil. Next up, soy. Put soy sauce on there. Oyster. Teriyaki. Salt. Pepper. Some very lazy garlic, because nobody likes the smell of garlic on their fingers, do you know what I mean? Get that in there, and then gonna get started on the veg. Coconut oil when I'm cooking in the hob. You can tell summer's nearly over because the oil is no longer liquid. Get some of that in there. Some good healthy fats. Coconut oil also has a really high burning point, which means you can cook it and it's a bit healthier than other oils because they get, the fat molecule gets basically deformed and you can't absorb it properly, so it becomes like an unhealthy or an unusable source of fat, which means it's not great. I might have butchered the science behind that, but something like that. Anyway, normally heat this up for about a minute. There you go. Few sesame seeds. Voila. Yes, good morning. So, this is just going to be a roundup of yesterday and the video and the food I ate, what I did training wise. I'm just going to go over the data because a lot of people ask about calories, and so a lot of people ask how many calories I do have, and to be honest I never really have an answer because I don't actually track them properly. I kind of track my food and I know when to eat what around my training and when I need to recover and when I need to eat more or less, by the way I look and feel. So I kind of just freeball it a little bit, but obviously at some point I did track my calories and I know how much certain things are. So it is a really good exercise to do when you're starting out. Anyway, so yesterday's food was about 3,600 roughly calories wise. Quite a big breakfast, about 800 calories in that. There's about the same in the shake. And then the other meals were like around 600-ish each. The salmon one in the evening was a little bit more than, say, if you had like chicken, because salmon's just got high fat content. Fat has more calories per gram, so I eat more calories in that meal than I'd usually have, but sometimes I have red meat, same sort of idea. But yeah, so 3,600 calories. The breakdown of it, if I can find it on here, 250 grams of protein, 400 grams of carbs, and 120 grams of fat roughly, like 80 grams of sugar in there. I don't think sugar's bad. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care about these videos of people like, don't eat this, squares bars will kill you. Like, it's not true. Certain foods are better than others, certain foods are more beneficial than others. No foods are good and bad. Some foods are healthier than others, and like, I don't know, it's just, you can't live your whole life revolved around trying to be like perfect with absolutely everything. You can be optimal with everything, but like
it's taken to the extreme. Like, someone's gonna say you can't eat oats, someone's gonna say you can't eat processed sugar, someone's gonna say you can't eat fruit, someone's gonna say you can't eat red meat. It's all bollocks. If you want to eat what you want to eat what you want to eat. It's all in moderation in a way, and what works for you anyway. So that's my advice. In terms of how much like I burn, obviously this is rough guidance, don't take it too literal. So the morning bike session, my heart rate was pretty low for a lot of it. It was zone 2, I'd say really low zone 2, and apparently I didn't even really go up to zone 4, so I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is. Apparently I only burnt 300 calories to do that 20k with the intervals in the middle. The evening session, I burnt 800. A lot of it was zone 4, obviously more intense, moving faster. A little bit of zone 3 in there, somehow. Didn't go zone 1, which is surprising because I felt a little bit zone 1-y. But yeah, 800 calories there. So I go off Whoop saying that I'd done about 3,000, 2,900 calories on my daily like living stress from my heart rate throughout the day and the 2 workouts. I had a few other spikes in the heart rates. If you can see this, if you can, then it's probably not going to work without focusing it. But yeah, I had a little bit of spike in heart rate when I like walked the dog in the morning, probably looks about that time. But yeah, 2,900 calories is saying I burnt. So I ate 3,600. That's pretty accurate. I ate 3,600. I wouldn't say I'm properly in a surplus. I reckon I probably burnt more like 3,200. I personally think my maintenance calories is more like 3,000 with a small amount of activity every day. So obviously burning over 1,000 calories would probably bring that small amount of activity up to about 3,500, 3,600. So I try to aim to eat about that anyway. I can kind of tell when my body needs the food and not, and I do go on my intensity of the workouts and stuff. As I get closer to the race, I'll probably bring the fats down, maybe even a bit of the protein, but keep my carbs a little bit higher. So I'll carb load leading up to Amsterdam. So about 400 grams of carbs that I'm doing at the moment will go up to like 500 or 600 a couple days before. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully you found this interesting. Don't go off what I do too much. Like, everyone's different I kind of go against trying to tell people like calories and how much I eat in a certain way, because some people might try copying it and it might not work for you. But this is what works for me, and yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed. Nice one. Make sure you do subscribe, like, comment, all of that stuff, support the channel. We finally got to a point where I can start to monetize it, even though it'd probably be very, very little at the moment, but it's a step in the right direction. So thank you for supporting so far.